Well, hey, I'd like to get started with our kind of our presentation time today. We have a famous rock star IT guy. Maaz is with us today, Usmani. His mom is Javaria Usmani, who happens to be one of our top agents at Plum Tree. She came in a few years ago and she sells a ton of homes. She contacted me a while back and said, hey, my son happens to do software development and he's created some software that's pretty cool. Maybe you would be interested in. I see a lot of stuff that comes through, but, Javaria's got a lot of credibility, and I thought she probably has a cool son. And I was right because Maaz is amazing. He's been to Stanford University. He's the founder of Trolto, a platform helping real estate agents automate high quality marketing. So he did a presentation with me, and I can see so much value in this software. I just can't even believe that he's developed this with his team, a software that's just fantastic. So I could tell you more, but I think he'll tell you better than I can tell you. So Maaz, take it away, buddy.
Thank you so much, Chris, for the amazing introduction. It's great to see all you guys here today as well. I love the meeting setup, so hopefully we can keep this very interactive. But yeah, like Chris was saying, this was technology we started building while we were at Stanford. We've been at this for, I think, 2.5 years now, and the company has grown a lot. We get picked up frequently in a lot of newsletters, different conferences, and then we do a lot of these brokerage webinars as well. I'm going to try to keep the presentation fairly short, or as short as I can, hopefully 10 to 15 minutes. And then from there, I can answer any questions. And then at the very end too, we also have a special deal for Plum Tree agents for this partnership. Okay, so jumping right in, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I would say a simple one line, what our North Star is here at Trolto is we're trying to give agents the highest quality marketing materials at a very affordable price. And so the way we differentiate from pretty much anyone else on the market is going to be our level of quality, the level of customness. Our goal is to give every single agent a unique experience. So as I dive into our different products, that is the main thing I want you guys to see. And that is the main thing I want you guys to judge us on. Is this a company that matches up to a high level luxury design agency, or does it not hit that bar? Okay, so diving right in. Our first set of products are things that help you build a luxury brand and attract more clients. The first way we do that is we give you custom content made for your market every single week. So if you sign up with Trolto, you're going to get your own personal designer. That designer is going to research your market, it's going to research your brokerage, your branding, and it's going to make custom content for your particular area. So you stand out as an authority in your market, and then you have a clean online presence as well. So let me show you some examples of content we made for agents just last week. Okay, so for the first agent last week, we had Dana. Dana is one of the top agents in Palo Alto, so one of the most expensive zip codes in the entire country. Dana is very interesting. She specializes in equestrian properties. So usually our properties are 10 million plus, and then they have a whole ranch, and then oftentimes they also finish with a beach in the backyard. But yeah, she's a Sotheby's agent and she's in Palo Alto. So the first post we made for her was a famous park in her area. As you can see, everything is branded to her colors, her brokerage, and then also we try to give it a very editorial luxury feel. The second thing is a lot of her homeowners love the wilderness, biking, hiking, those sorts of things. So our second local piece was about a famous restaurant called Alice's in the area. Our third piece was, like I said, she specializes in equestrian properties. So our third content was along a horse park at Woodside. And then a couple other ports, as you can see, we have another horse park at the end. Another agent was Susan last week. Susan is an agent in Carmel. If any of you guys have been there before, Carmel is a nice beach town along Highway 1, the PCH. So the first post was a basilica, so a pretty famous tourist attraction. The second one was Ocean Avenue, which is the main thoroughway where all the restaurants and businesses are. And then we have a post about the Comstock cottages. So Carmel is known for, the architecture and their cottages. And then finally, the last post, we saw from her Instagram that she's very interested in racing. So we made a post for her with racing. And then you also have kind of the Highway 1 vibes in the post as well. So as you can see, our custom content is specifically curated for you. There's no templates or anything. You have a physical human researching your market. They're going to research local spots, restaurants, tourist attractions. We do posts for market stats, pretty much whatever it is. So it makes you have a clean online presence and also shows that you're the agent to go with, you're the expert in the market. Okay, the next thing we do is we give every single agent their own branded agent page. So every agent gets their own unique URL that they can put in their social media bio, and it's really effective for lead capture. So let me show you some examples of that. So this is kind of just a nice complement to the custom content. So your Instagram, Facebook carousels, that's going to be in your feed. And then you can put your unique URL kind of in your bio. And it's just a very nice, simple mobile optimized page that holds all your links. So as you can see, it shows your branding, you have your different social links. You have a bunch of other links, like things you can do for your listings. And then you have a built-in lead capture as well. So the main function of this is to help you, once you have leads top of mind on social media, they can click on your link, fill out a quick form, and then automatically you're going to get an email that you received this lead. And then you can also view it in app in our CRM. So that's the agent page. If you guys want to see any of these examples, just head over to the website and then click showcase. And then you can see examples of each of our products. The next thing, like I mentioned, CRM, pretty standard. And then our next bucket of things. So the first thing was everything you can do for your brand to attract more clients. And then the second set of features are things you can do for your listings to impress sellers and win more listings. The first thing, and this is the first tool I showed Chris, I want to say like 5 months back, but it's a tool that takes your photos and creates very, very high quality listing videos using AI. So literally all we need is your photos, and then we're going to create a video just as good as a videographer. And I know that's a pretty high bar to achieve, but I'll say just head over to our website. You can see our videos, and then you can judge if we hit that bar or not. But our videos are going to create the illusion of somebody actually, walking through the home. You're going to get smooth pans, zooms, glides. It's going to have built-in motion effects. So if you gave us a photo that had a fireplace, it's going to show the fireplace flickering. If you have a pool in the backyard, a fountain, it's going to show the water flowing. If you have a fan, you're going to see the fan turning and rotating. So motion effects are built in. And then obviously every video, if you would like, we can have MLS compliance, so no branding. And then also if you want to have your branding, we can add in things for your headshots, property details, that kind of stuff. And our videos come in all sorts of orientations. You can have landscape, portraits, square, whatever you might need. Okay, so that is our first.
I've not seen anyone do videos quite like you guys do. Is there a chance you can show a couple samples of what those look like?
Yeah, I can. The one thing I will note, because I have done Zoom meetings in the past, for some reason, when you share the screen and you play the video, it looks like it's buffering a bit.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and play it, but if you guys want to see the
It
video,
won't be the true quality of what you would see if you actually go to the site, then I guess.
exactly, yeah. So
Okay.
if you guys want at the same time, you can also just go to the website and then click on this tab and then view it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and play one. And Chris, let me know if it's working right on your end or not.
Sure.
Okay, I turned off music. So as you can see, it's creating the illusion of somebody actually in the home. And also everything is synced to the music as well. So whenever there is a cut in the music, there's going to be a cut in the scene as well.
This is one of the things I saw as a really high value uh, piece. Video is going to get a lot more attention on social media than just pictures. And so if you can create little clips like this and throw it out, make reels, you'll get a lot of exposure for your listings. So definitely go to the website to take a look at it because it's I know we're limited on Zoom, and but once you hear the music and everything behind it, it's fabulous.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Chris. And as you can see, like the videos, they're not just a simple Ken Burns effect of a zoom in and then you stitch clips together. This is our in-house AI we built. And so I don't think this video had examples of motion effects, but yeah, you can see at the ending, there's like a bird flying. So as I said, okay, awesome. But yeah, that is going to be the first listing tool that is going to be the cinematic videos. Moving on, the next thing we do for your listings is we give very high quality listing websites. So this is something that sellers love just because it gives them their own unique spot on the internet. So automatically when you have a listing, Tralto is going to make a very high quality website for you guys. It's going to give you your own unique URL and you can share that in a social post. You can share that in emails. You can share that over message, whatever it might be. Okay, now showing you guys our listing websites. Yeah, here's one we made for a house. As you can see, Tralto does work with a lot of very expensive properties. So yeah, you guys can definitely trust the quality here. The first thing you're going to get in your website is a nice video first hero. So automatically our websites come with a video playing as soon as you load up the site. You're going to get some, basic property information, some more information here. All your videos are going to be here, whether you made them with Tralto or you want to upload it from your videographer or something else. We automatically generate a nice description of the home. You're going to get a beautiful photo gallery of all the home's photos. You're going to have a features and amenities section, something about the agent branding, and then you also have a built-in lead capture here as well. So if somebody's on the site and wants to get more information, they can just fill out the information here, and you're going to get an email as well as the lead going to our built-in CRM. A couple more sections, just basic maps and directions, and that's it. And it finishes off with your branding. And then if you guys do want to see more examples of websites we make for listings, go to the same exact place as the videos, head over to a showcase, and then go to listing websites. And you can see we have a couple different, theme and color options. And you can see stuff we've made for past agents. Okay, and then the final thing, because I think I'm running long, so the final product I'll go over today is going to be the seller reports. So automatically, every single website is going to generate its own custom seller report. Okay, so this is a seller report for that property. Here, let me show you guys this one. Okay, so like I said, this is automatically made, so nothing you guys need to do on your end. All the tracking is handled by us. You're gonna see that our seller reports, obviously basic property information, and then it's gonna show a bunch of different analytics. So your website got 3,000 views, it got 100 leads, 23 showings, this many info requests. It's gonna show week-to-week analytics. So this week, this is how many unique visitors, requests, traffic, etc. It's also going to show you different marketing analytics. So you can see where the leads and views came from. Did they come from Instagram? Did they come from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn? Did they come from an email campaign or just a direct URL that you sent to someone? You're going to get a very nice graphic as well. So you can essentially just track the progress over time. And then also what you're going to get in your seller reports is you're going to get a breakdown on where the leads are coming from. So as you can see here, we have a city breakdown. So in your state, if you want to see, did they come from this neighborhood or the other one, you can see that over here. And so yeah, the seller reports are just a nice way to show your listings and homeowners what you've been up to in terms of your marketing, so they know what's going on week to week, so they know you're not just doing nothing, and they can keep track of their progress over time. The other good thing about the seller report, and something agents have told us, is that it helps a lot for listing appointments. So you can essentially, when you're at a listing appointment, go to the homeowner and say, this is what I've done for a past house. These are the marketing metrics. We gave them this nice professional website and videos. I can do something similar for your home. So it's a nice way to actually win those listings. So yeah, that is a brief overview of the products. We have a bunch more products too, but for the sake of time, those are kind of the main things. I think the best thing about Trelto is in your subscription, you get access to every single thing that you saw here today. Like I said, our goal is to give agents very high quality stuff at an affordable price. So all of our prices are going to be under $100 a month, and that's going to include, your own designer for the custom content, your agent page, listing videos, websites, reports, as well as some additional things. Our most popular plan is going to be our Pro plan. The main thing with this is this gives you just a lot more usage. So you get unlimited websites, way more cinematic videos, and then you also get way more custom posts. So we have to update this on the site, but for the Pro plan, you're going to get 3 custom posts every single week, versus a starter, you're just going to get 1 custom post. But yeah, that is an overview of the plans. Last thing, we do have a special offer for Plum Tree agents. If this sounds like something that can elevate your marketing, at checkout, if you put in Plum Tree 20, you're going to get a 20% off discount for the first 3 months. One thing I want to note too is every single plan comes with a 7-day free trial. There really is no risk at all. I would love for you guys just to try us out. If it's a good fit, continue. If not, no hard feelings. But yeah, 7-day free trial. And then after the 7-day free trial, if you put in this code, you're going to get 20% off for the first 3 months. Okay, that was a quick presentation. Chris, let me know what you guys want to do from here. I can answer questions. I can go back to anything.
One thing I'll mention, of course, we've already got Bold Trail for our agents, and we spend a boatload of money on that. That's like $800 a month just for the software if you were to pay for it individually. So that's a very robust system that does a lot. So why would you potentially consider a package like this? There's a couple reasons. One is it's very simple compared to Bold Trail. A lot of our agents haven't taken the time to actually go through the training for Bold Trail. There's webinars, seminars, and things like that. So some agents have gotten stuck on that. And I would say this is a great alternative that can still get you out there with custom websites and video and a lot of great tools, social media posting and all. Great tools for almost nothing. Like $100 a month is almost nothing. That's a no-brainer. So the way I would look at the ROI, the return on investment, is okay. So if I spent $1,200 on the cost of this for a year, what are the chances that this marketing platform could earn that $1,200 back? So I get that money back, and I wouldn't even say get it back once. I'd want to get it back twice. So what are the chances that this could get me $2,400 over the next year? So that's basically 1 closing. So if you have this powerhouse of marketing, you invest the money into, what are the chances you can get an extra closing? And I would say they're extremely high. If you actually use the software, you'll get a bunch of extra closings, and it would be worthwhile. Another thought is, what about the website? So he can do a website. The thing I like about their websites compared to like the Bold Trail squeeze pages is, and this is just my opinion, the Bold Trail squeeze pages, I think, are very conducive to buyers. So if you get a listing, you can create very quickly a squeeze page for your listing, and then it can help to attract buyer clients. And that's great. We want those. I don't know how excited sellers are about a Bold Trail type of squeeze page that we can do. If you pitch it right, of course they'll be excited about it. But the design elements behind this type of website that you can do as a listing, it supplements. To me, the value goes to the sellers. Like they can see their listing in this amazing way. They can post it on their social media. Their friends will be posting it, and so it's a different approach. To me, it's more. It'll help you get more listings. Where the squeeze pages on Bold Trail will help you get more buyers potentially. Both are great. The other thing I would say is some people, we've had some agents who are, I would put them in the control freak category, and that would be me. I'm a control freak when it comes to leads. And sometimes if you have a Plum Tree squeeze page you've created for one of your listings, somehow people end up on the general Plum Tree website and they're going around, and then all of a sudden one of our other agents has this person as a lead for someone else's listing. When we're talking about thousands and thousands of homes that we sell each year, it's impossible for us to control 100% of the lead flows. So we have some agents who are aware of that, and so they create their own websites, or they have their own website system that's outside of the Plum Tree system, just to make sure they control every lead that comes through. So because of that, that's another reason why Tralto could be a benefit. Websites where you 100% own the leads that come through as a result of that. So lots of other things. I was so wowed on just the video features, and we didn't really get to see it because of the technical restraints we have with Zoom. Make sure you get on the website, check out those videos. It's stunning what they can do with photographs. So definitely highly recommend that. So with that in mind, are there any questions? And maybe Marcy, I know you're our Bold Trail expert guru person, or if you or any others have any comments, questions, or thoughts about any of this.
Good morning, everyone. I'm actually in the library, so I can't chat, but I'm going to type it in the chat box. Okay.
Okay. You can't, you have to use your indoor voice, your library voice today. Okay. Gotcha.
One question Marcy did ask in the chat was, a lot of the presentation focused on listings. Can Trello create effective marketing when an agent doesn't have any listings?
Yeah, no, great question. So yeah, the first half of the presentation, or maybe the first like 30%, was more around non-listing related things. The fact is nowadays, the first thing a homeowner is doing when they hear your name or trying to find something is they're going to social media. That is just the new generation we're in. Every single homeowner is going to be on Facebook. They're going to be on Instagram. They're checking your LinkedIn, Twitter. Do you have a clean online presence? Is this someone that can represent my home well? And so let me just, Chris, can I share my screen again?
Heck yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. The first thing we do for an agent's branding, just to help you attract more clients, to stay top of mind with your existing sphere of influence, is we give you that custom content. And as you can see, our custom content, none of it is listing specific. So this is made for agents that don't have active listings, or just agents that are in between listings. And like I said, everything specific to their market. So restaurants, tourist sites, attractions, famous streets. If you have a special request, we'll make stuff for you too. So I know this agent, she wanted a racing post, so we did something like that for her. Anthony, he is an agent in the Hamptons, so he asked us to make some editorial things for New York City, so we made that for him. So this is something nice you can do in between listings to stay top of mind, and then showcase yourself as a local expert. In terms of other things for when you don't have a listing, that is going to be, where is it? The agent page as well. So once again, this can just be a nice, simple, mobile optimized page to showcase your branding. And so when someone is ready to reach out, they click on your link, enter in a form, and then you get your leads. We also do have a lightweight CRM. I'm assuming you guys have a CRM option as already, just because most brokerages do. So I like to say Tralto, we can complement a lot of your existing solutions. So if you have a go-to CRM, like that's totally fine. Stick to that CRM. But as you can see, we have a bunch of different products. And also, if you want to export your leads into another CRM, you can do that here as well.
Sometimes less is more. So I love the depth of Bold Trail and how much you can do with it. It can manage the most complex real estate teams and businesses for sure. But if you get snagged with Bold Trail, maybe you just have gotten lost with it. I would definitely give this a try. Or even if you've already mastered Bold Trail, that's fine. Give it a shot because there will be different use cases for this as opposed to the other stuff. I love going out on piers in Florida. When you're at the ocean, a lot of cities have these piers where you go out and there's a bunch of fishermen out there. And the fishermen who catch the most fish tend to be the ones who have the most lines in the water, right? If you see one person, they have one fishing pole that, they're going to catch like one fish an hour. But if you see somebody who's got 12 fishing poles in, and that you can tell that they're a professional, they're pulling in tons of fish. And the same way with real estate, get as many lines in the water as you can. And that top of mind stuff is so important. Like what he's saying with the social media posts, they're not all like, "Hey, you want to buy a house?" The posts are just to give you a presence on social media, just to keep reminding people. What did you say, Maaz? Is it a couple times a week, 2 or 3 times a week? There'll be posts.
Yeah, so 3 times a week, just because we also don't want to just overflow your entire audience.
Perfect. That's a great frequency because people won't unfollow you, but then it keeps reminding. So then they're going to a family gathering this weekend, and one of their cousins says, "Oh yeah, we're looking to buy a house. Oh, I know someone." So another thing Moz mentioned, it's going to be out there on social media. So when people are Googling, or if they're doing searches through social media, you're going to pop up. But one of the things, and this is kind of a pro tip, you're probably noting if they're not finding you on social media, they're not finding you maybe through Google. What's the new way people are finding real estate agents? It's through AI, right? I don't know how you operate, but if I need someone that does a lawn service, I go to ChatGPT and I say, who are the 5 best lawn care providers in my area? And or I might say, hey, what can you tell me about Scott Reif with Plum Tree Realty? I'll do that. Not with Scott necessarily. That's just an example. But I'll go to if there's some business person, before I ever call them, I go to ChatGPT and I say, hey, what can you tell me about so-and-so, Brandon Stamper with Plum Tree Realty, and just see what ChatGPT has to say. And one of the things I've learned is that it gets the information. The first place that ChatGPT goes to find out about a person is LinkedIn. So they're going to get 50% of their content's going to come from LinkedIn. So if you want to be on ChatGPT, you sure as heck better be on LinkedIn. You better have a very full-blown profile set up. You better have your own website, which can be through this. It can be through Bold Trail, which we already provide. But you need to be out there wherever you can so that AI is picking you up and can make recommendations, recommend you. And so in my LinkedIn, I have it very clear, my summary of who I am. And I say, part of my calling on this planet is to help alleviate suffering on the planet. So we try to help people, the homeless. We try to help orphans. So that's part of my LinkedIn. So if you ask ChatGPT, what can you tell me about Chris Russell with Plum Tree? It's going to say he's a compassionate person who's looking to make a difference on the planet. That's what you want. So make sure your profiles express who you are as a human, and make sure. So these posts, getting these out on LinkedIn and Facebook, that all helps to of what AI is going to summarize you as a human. So there's a lot of value in that. I just took 10 minutes to say a whole lot of nothing, but hopefully you understand the importance of putting all this together to build out a super profile of yourself online. So, any other thoughts or questions out there now that I've taken too much time?
Yeah, Chris, that was a great point because I didn't touch on SEO in my presentation. So, yeah, like Chris was saying, everything is going to not just like Google search and SEO, but like the AI optimization, AEO. And there's actually a big way that, we get customers at Tralto. People are searching up in their AI chatbots, what's the best video tool, the best content tool. And so a lot of customers have told us that they found us on Claude or ChatGPT or something. And yeah, nowadays, you're not just getting indexed on SEO just off a blog post. It is going to pick up, as Chris was saying, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your Facebook. So all your social media posts, anything that has your name, it's going to get indexed by the search engines. One thing that Chris touched on a while ago too, I think, as I said in the beginning of my presentation, the main thing I want you guys to judge Tralto on is going to be our quality. So like I said, we do a ton of different things. You get a nice bang for your buck. But if you want to get this level of quality, you're stitching together a bunch of different solutions. You might be paying $500 a month for a virtual assistant to research your market, make custom posts for you. Maybe $300 a month for your website tool. AI videos or your videographer, that's going to be a couple $100s per listing. And once you do all of that, it adds up to a lot of money every single month. So like I said, our North Star is, can we give the highest quality things, make agents look like a top 1% producer at an affordable price? I do see a question in the chat by Shelly. Does Tralto provide Tralto posts? Oh, there's one by John as well. Let me get to that too. The first thing with John, we don't do any like direct integrations, but if you do want to export your leads as an Excel sheet, a CSV, you can do that. And then I'm assuming Bold Trail will have something to just upload your leads. Shelly, for your questions, Tralto post on our socials or just provide content for us to post? Yeah, so kind of the whole flow is, number one, Tralto gives you your custom content. So every single week on Mondays, you're going to get your custom content. And then in Tralto, you have a built-in design editor as well. So think of something like Canva. So if you do want to make any adjustments to the text, the sizing, that's built in. And then finally, Tralto does integrate with all your social media platforms, integrates with Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And so what you can do is you can post directly at that moment. But more importantly, what you can do is, let's say on a Sunday, you can schedule your posts. So on Wednesday, I want this to go out at Instagram and Facebook at 12 p.m. Friday, let's shoot this out on LinkedIn. So we have all those built in. We're kind of on and off on whether we give that to agents or not, just because it is a lot of support calls for us in terms of helping them set up their socials, because there are two things you need to be able to post on platforms. And these are kind of meta and Instagram policies. Number one is you need an Instagram business page. And then number two is you need a Facebook business page. So we went back and forth on whether we should disable the scheduling thing in the app and just give it to agents the content they can download and post on their own. I think currently it's disabled in the platform, but we're always revisiting whether we want to bring that back or not. Okay, and then
Personally, I would, if I was using this strategy, I would post it on my personal as opposed to business.
Yeah.
Business is good if you're going to pay money for advertising, but if you're actually just trying to get your network of people to stay top of mind, I'd be posting it on my personal.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the main reasons we disabled it, because platforms don't let you post to personals. So if we disable it, then agents are going to be forced to download it and post it on their socials, versus doing something they don't prefer.
No, I just had a quick question. So I think the graphics that you guys create for agents, I think it's great, being super local or hyper local rather. So I think real estate is hyper local, and that's important. But I've always found a lot more success with hyper local type posts using video. So I didn't, especially if the agent themselves is in the video. So talking about a great restaurant, or if they're talking about a park that's there or whatever it might be. Do you guys have anything in the works on doing what you're currently doing with the graphics, but integrating that into video, kind of like you have the listing video? And then is there any other ways that an agent can get interactive with that video to actually have their face and or voice in that video also?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And that is in the works. That's kind of our main thing. As Chris mentioned earlier, everything is kind of shifting to video related content. Video is going to bring in a lot more engagement just because you can get a proper feel of the space. Kind of the one thing with us is we've had a video tool in the past, and there are people that do say we have video content, but we try to keep our quality bar very, very high. And so what you're going to see is nowadays, if there is a company that offers, reels or whatever, it's going to be number one, either generic stock videos or just some low quality things. So we're going to release our video tool once we feel like it's a level that a top 1% agent will use. That's number one in terms of the local content piece. Number two is actually our listing video tool. If you do want to use that for something else outside of a listing, agents have done that in the past as well. So, for example, one of the agents 2 weeks ago, she wanted to show like the scenery or the lifestyle of her neighborhood. And so she snapped in a couple different photos. She snapped a photo of a beach. And then if you put that into Trello, it's going to automatically make that a cinematic video as well. So if you have a local restaurant, a street that you want to make into a nice video, that same listing tool, you can do that as well. In terms of our custom like weekly videos, we don't have that yet, but that is in, I guess, the product roadmap once we figure out how to keep that at a very high quality bar and not give, some generic stock things.
If in the meantime, what you could do, Brandon, would be to create an intro clip with just a 15-second video of you. Hey, check out my next listing, and then it could merge in with the Troll Toe video. So just an idea, and then you could do a closeout as well at the end.
So you could do video clips within that too. Is that what you're saying, or is
well, you'd have to edit it yourself. If you wanted to add, you could add your own intro to it if you wanted to. In the meantime, before they have that ready, and you want to appear in the video, you can do a quick intro, 15 seconds. Hey, check out my newest. You could just be standing under a tree outside. You don't have to be at the listing necessarily, and then just say, hey, check this out, and then do an outro clip. Hey, give me a shout if you'd like to take a look. So it'd be a little bit different. I know the videos you guys shoot, that probably takes a whole day of video content the way you guys put those together. So it'd be a little more simple than that, but it'd be quick. You could do that very quickly.
Yeah, I think one thing that's I think really important that I've been telling a lot of agents lately is these content solutions are very nice, but at the same time, it's important to do things that have you in the video as well, and nothing can ever replace that personal touch of you talking to a camera, kind of like how we're doing here today. So I think while custom content you should be posting a couple times a week to stay top of mind, it's nice also maybe once a week to just have you doing a simple authentic video. You don't need to do a crazy editing or anything, just something that shows that you care about the market, talk about the market, that kind of thing, and post on your socials as well as a nice compliment.
I see Ashish made a comment. If you need help posting these things on social media, he's willing to help you. He's one of those tech nerd guys, so he can help you. So hope you don't mind me oversimplifying your state of being like that. So, all right. Good. Well, hey, thanks everyone for coming. I know we went a little bit longer today, and but such great content here. I am amazed that Maaz and his team have pulled together such a sophisticated system, and I think I can't wait to watch them blow up their company. I think it's going to go national, and it'll be fun to be a part of that. So,
no, thank you so much, Chris. And yeah, we do have some big deals in the works. We're meeting. I know, Chris, you're familiar with, if you guys know who like Tristan is from Lab Code Agents. So he was interested in working with Trello. So hopefully soon we'll be doing some national deals, as Chris mentioned. That's the goal.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for jumping in there, everyone. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Go sell a house.